How will federal stimulus money impact businesses in New Jersey? I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Local Edition. With me this hour is John Adler, United States Congressman representing New Jersey's 3rd District. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Jill. Great to see you.
You're on the Financial Services Committee, and you are working in Washington through the American Recovery Act to really find ways for businesses to not only stay in business, but to grow as well. You're bringing that message home to your district. Tell us a little bit about these ongoing summits you've had to bring businesses together with the services that they're eligible for.
Well, I think we know to really grow our way out of this recession we've been in for a year and a half now, it feels like, with so much unemployment. To really grow again, we have to have business do what business does well. America has benefited from a couple hundred years of capitalism thriving and expanding and letting all boats rise with the tide. I think it's critical for government to help business, not to get in business's way, not to replace business, but to help business do what business does so well. So the stimulus package that Congress passed and the President signed has a lot of tax cuts to help small business. That's a good start. But I don't think that's enough. And I think it's my job and other people's job in government to get access, get the information accessible to businesses so they know how to get financing, get it at a cheap rate. If it's government-backed in some way, like the Small Business Administration, get that information to small business. So in addition to tax cuts, they can borrow money to grow their business, to hire people, to buy new equipment, and one by one, these businesses can grow our national economy again.
I want to focus specifically on small businesses because you've said that the backbone of the local economy of the district that you serve. Give us some examples of how this can benefit local businesses and what will it mean for keeping them afloat as we move during this economic downturn.
Well, there are some tax cuts, maybe the biggest tax cuts small business has ever seen, that allow them, if they've got a profit, to spread the profit over a couple of years in terms of avoiding the taxes for a while. Taxes are a burden in New Jersey and everywhere in the country, and if we can help small business by lowering the tax burden, business can keep doing what it does well and hire some new people back that maybe were laid off, expand and grow the economy in that way. That's a critical part of it. The other thing I think we need to work on is to try to find a way to lower the health care costs for small businesses. Most employers want to cover themselves, their families, and their employees, but with the health care costs rising so much, government's got to play a role, partly through the stimulus, but beyond that, to find ways to slow the growth of health care costs so business can thrive and not have to cut back on benefits to its employees.
With the Small Business Administration getting an additional $730 million, what will this mean for their ability to reach out to businesses across the country and here in New Jersey?
I think for a while banks have not wanted to use the Small Business Administration, and a lot of small businesses have not wanted to go through the hassle of working with the SBA because of a lot of paperwork. I think the SBA finally has gotten religion on that issue and understands it's supposed to be a partner with banks to help small business thrive. And so now small businesses have access to more loans, more guarantees by the federal government of those loans, and easier paperwork to get access to that money. So for the first time in a long time, you can actually say the Small Business Administration is a friend to small business. And I'm hoping the small businesses throughout New Jersey seize the opportunity to get access to money, to credit, while it's available. I think small businesses had a hard time in the last year or so getting access to credit. And this is really a chance to grow our economy business by business across the country.
That access is critical for businesses. You've worked to reach out to businesses and bring them together with these different entities, including the Small Business Administration, so that everyone can be on the same page and businesses can find out what is even available in terms of loans, in terms of grants and tax credits.
Well, if you're a small business, you're good at what you do, but you're not good at finding out grants and loans and tax opportunities and finance opportunities. And so it's really one of the privileges of my job to put people together with the government entities and with the banking entities that might be helpful and give them an array of information and let them make good decisions that can help business by business throughout the country. My dad was a dry cleaner. I saw him struggle, great pride in his business. He loved to clean his clothes, but the idea of being the financier was difficult. And I want to help other businesses thrive the way I saw my dad struggle.
Okay, we just have a couple seconds left, but businesses should really find this information out now so that they can apply for these different programs moving forward in the year.
They can call my office. I'd be thrilled to help people.
All right, thanks so much.
Thanks, Joe.
We've been talking with United States Congressman John Adler, representing New Jersey's 3rd District. I'm Jill Horner for Comcast Local Edition.